Valve may have just manually banned these players, so let's go into what happened. Recently, we've had lots of news about case farmers, from a small panel getting detected a few weeks ago, to Valve also removing gifting Prime to combat how farmers would get more accounts, to now Valve is stepping in and VAC banning specific accounts that people call out. Now, over 9 months ago, when people were complaining about case farmers then, Valve has said they'll be taking action against any farming or boosting accounts. All you need to do is just email them the details so they can look into it. And well, this is where earlier player Warup shared gameplay of a deathmatch lobby he was in. What you'll notice is many players are running around and playing, but once they get spectated, they stop moving. You can see in this clip, this lobby is filled with them. As more and more get spectated, they just stop moving, so you can't actually see what they're doing. Are these real players who have spider senses that someone is watching them, or are these just bots that are coded to stop moving when this happens? Before we continue, Clash GG has a summer event live right now where you can collect oysters and win skins, as they're giving out 500,000 gems. You can get oysters by playing your favorite game modes, but it won't last forever, so deposit with code WATERCS for a 5% bonus and then easily withdraw when you are done. Seeing as this is a deathmatch, there's no demo that you can go back to and then watch afterwards, so whatever you see while the game is happening is what you see. This is where these case farming bots now get to run around and play, but once you try to see what they're doing, well, they get shy. This is different from other farming setups where they would just be blatantly a bot. For some reason, these guys are just trying to hide it a bit, although it's still very clear that they are bots, because no real player would play like this. Luckily though, within just a few hours of this being called out and shared, within a few games, VAC stepped in and banned them. You notice that this isn't a VAC live cooldown for regular gameplay that was very popular within the past few weeks, but this is just a straight up VAC ban this time. This could have been Valve actually manually banning these guys, as it was going on for multiple games at this point, and it seems like this player was in their lobby for over a few hours. Or VAC's new system detected them, but it's not like they received a cooldown, and we also didn't see other bots get banned at the same time. Seems like it was targeted to just these specific accounts. So there's a good chance this was Valve directly hitting the ban hammer like they said they would if you actually let them know and report it. As well, someone has shown me a game that they played in competitive Vertigo that was filled with bots, but it got cancelled. This wasn't your standard deathmatch that many bots go ahead and use, so they must have been going for ranks, but since they got in a game with real players and not another team of bots, they ended the match. A few weeks ago, we saw VAC detected a bot panel and banned a bunch of them at the time. Will we see that again, but to other panels that are a lot more popular, as the cheating bans seem to have wrapped up by now? Most cheaters are well aware of the VAC live updates, so at this point, they're just using features which just aren't getting detected. How many of these players do you think are just bots? 10%? 30%? 50? As if we actually see a ban wave come to these bots, an impact to the player count will definitely happen. As well, you can check out in this clip where it's a deathmatch, but it's filled with case farmers in the game. They're all just running pretty much directly into the middle of the map and just standing there and just letting this other player just kill them. They were completely confused about what was going on at the time, but it's obviously pretty clear that these guys are case farmers, as when you check out their accounts, you'll notice they're all pretty much brand new and they haven't even been set up. This really just looks like your typical farm that seems to be just straight out of Asia. Will Valve be taking further action to this problem? We've seen gifting get removed, other panels get banned, but what about the hundreds of thousands of other bots that are still running around in the game? We will go over whatever Valve does next, so make sure you subscribe to not miss any news.